Good evening, everybody. It is 10:15. Punch in and welcome to episode 26 of the NXT Night Shift. I am one third of the Indie Wrestling Guide podcast and the homecoming queen, and live from the set of The World of the Psychic, starring Peter Venkman, filmed at WKRR TV studio in New York City, can be watched all over on Channel 10. The show garnered an ill reputation among psychics because they believe Peter was a fraud. As a result, at least once they had difficulty securing guests. And in late 1989, one of the last, if not the last episode was supposed to feature a telekinetic who could bend spoons, but he canceled. And Norman, the producer, had to find new guests on very short notice. I'm Jay Gold. And with me, as always, someone who definitely will be asked to homecoming by the president of the Botany Club, the Lance Harbor to my Billy Bob, the Say Anything to my St. Elmo's Fire, the Breakfast Club to my Back to the Future, and my homecoming king. It is the host of the On the Mark podcast, Mr. OTM. It is Kyle. Hey, Kyle.
Yeah, I don't have a crown like Jay Gold, but I do have this wonderful Johnny Gargano t-shirt because it's homecoming week. We had to celebrate. We got OGs over here. It was a fun night. I can't wait to chat about it.
Did you know we won a gold medal? Anyway, this week...
No, we got that from Tyra May Steele when she was handing out pity medals. We were at the show.
It is NXT Homecoming, and I can only go back and remember my homecoming days. My brain is absolute mush, but I vaguely remember there not really being anything that exciting at Great Neck South High School for homecoming. Our football team was hot garbage, and most of the time we didn't even know they were playing. However, I do remember the University of Delaware homecoming as a pledge in the AE Pi fraternity. Now, there we were in a field outside of the Tubby Raymond Stadium in white shirts, ties, and khaki pants, all right? We were supposed to be sober rides and chauffeuring brothers and their girlfriends to and from the stadium, all while serving drinks, all right? However, it always rained, and the field became a muddy mess. We all ended up having to wrestle each other and smash each other into the mud while all the brothers ended up watching and laughing at us. What a day. No drinks, and I still think the shoes and the clothes are somewhere in that field. Other than that, who the hell goes to homecoming anyway? It certainly wasn't me, and there weren't any parades in Great Neck. We barely knew each other, or liked each other for that matter. As we say, let's put on our best ball gown and tuxedo, fire up the convertible, and put the king and queen inside. Tune into CW11, and let's go to the great state of Indiana, home of the Bay Horse Inn, a romantic venue that combines rustic chic and vintage charm. The property's event barn is surrounded by 35 acres of lush trees and pastures and provides a beautiful backdrop for a country-style homecoming dance. And that's in Greenwood, Indiana. We are leading the parade in a top-down 1959 Chevy Corvette on our way to No Mercy. Maybe she's born with it. Maybe it's Maybelline. Yeah, welcome to the Wrestling Road Trip. Welcome to the homecoming dance. It is the NXT Night Shift. Kyle.
Oh, yes. The vibes are high tonight. We had a lot of excitement going into the show. We were talking a little bit pre-show, talking a little bit during it. Man, just a good time because as we've said before, the black and gold era, whatever you want to call it, just NXT as a whole has been like a comfort show for me. And we've had a lot of great memories. And whew! I'll tell you what, speaking of memories, you got me down memory lane. Fun fact, I actually was nominated for Homecoming King when I was a sophomore, believe it or not. I did not win, which is bullshit. That might surprise a lot of you guys, but yeah you just jogged my memory there a little bit talking about your homecoming experience, but it sounds a lot different than yours.
I am wearing a crown, Tito. I'm the homecoming queen for crying out loud. What's up,
Look
Kind?
At Fish, dedication.
Fish is in Punta Cana, by the way.
Watching the night shift. That's dedication right there. Yeah, and speaking of dedication, we're kind of on the cusp of something great here at the Main Event Wrestling Network. We're only 6 subscribers away from 200, and there might be a guest on later in the show, just saying, that is doing a giveaway. Multiple giveaways, by the way, Jay Gold. What other network is doing what we're doing?
Nobody, and we are giving out tons of stuff, and we hit 200. I, too, will be going into the vault behind me, and I will be getting some signed cards and some signed 8x10s for you as well. We're going to pick those and give them to in a raffle. So once we hit 200, let's go. We're going to do...
Hey, speaking of cards, I got my IW guide cards, by the way.
Yes. You didn't get mine yet, though.
I didn't get yours. I'm gonna want yours signed, by the way, if that does happen. Sure.
It will be, but Kind doesn't.
So
it's
confirmed
in the UK.
Oh yeah, Kind's across the pond. Kind's hung out with us over at OTM many of times.
He's
a former MVM, so he knows ball.
Sometimes. I love it. Yes, I love it. Kyle was definitely robbed his homecoming king. I would love to see the crown on his head.
Like would have seen my hair and everything.
Yeah, they'd have to get him an extra large crown for his head.
Great Brown Up said I put my name in the Goblet of Fire, but didn't get picked as homecoming king.
It happens. Listen, this is what happens. And I just want to say, before I see our phones lighting up, I see all sorts of stuff for homecoming.
Yeah,
I just want to say, listen, we are back at Full Sail. We had the old music from NXT Hulu. We had the tribute. We had the middle music for the beginning of NXT. And I just want to say, Kyle, and I don't know if you can appreciate it or not, but I miss the NXT tag at the bottom of all the T-shirts, the little yellow and black.
Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about.
On to the bottom so you knew who was wearing an NXT shirt. I miss that. I really do.
It felt like an exclusive club at the time, didn't it? Like you had to be in the know to be a fan of NXT, and then it started to be getting like mainstream popular. And we've said it before AEW, NXT was AEW. They were revolutionary. They just so happened to be under the same umbrella as VKM, which he's gone now. But what a perfect way to start off the show.
Absolutely perfect. And speaking of perfect and people coming back and homecoming, I think we need to go to the phones and bring in our guest.
Yeah, speaking of homecoming, like you said, he was on vacation, I think. We might have lost his phone number or something, but he found us once again, and we're glad to have him back here for our homecoming special. So we got Stan from Burlington in the house. What's going on, Stan?
Hi.
Stan.
It's me, Stan, from Burlington. I don't know if you remember me.
I actually don't.
It's dicey, yeah.
Hey, Kyle, how were you homecoming king nominee as a sophomore? What were there, 9 kids in your grade? I mean, that's ridiculous.
Well, there was about 800, but close enough, Stan.
Hey, sure, I'm glad to hear you remember me, Jay Gold. Not so much you, Kyle, but Jay Gold. Where the hell were you when I tried calling the main event studio from an international criminal court holding cell? Tino picked up the phone, yelled something about not speaking French and having to do 17 hours of the greatest in-ring moments of Coco Beware, and then he hung up.
Sounds about right.
Let me explain. About a month ago, I fled my facility in search of the bright lights of Cannes, France. I've been writing a screenplay in my downtime here. You guys know how much of my day gets taken up with my work with the church. I'm saving souls here. But I've been conceptualizing a film noir piece that takes place within an indie wrestling company.
Oh.
Anywho, I have an old friend from podiatry school that grew up with Josh Brolin, and he made an introduction for me. So I hopped on Josh and Catherine's boat in Ibiza because I wanted him to look over my treatment. My plan was to swing up towards Paris to be there in time for the WWE's Premium European event in the end of August. Well, apparently, Josh and Catherine weren't exactly expecting poor weather, and we wound up ditching the boat, and I floated ashore somewhere along the coast of Morocco, which was fine with me, because I had another old podiatry school friend living in Rabat.
Wait. Stan, I have to ask, because you mentioned it twice. Are you a podiatrist?
Didn't you hear me before? I work with the church. I'm saving souls. Spiritual essences, not insteps, you buffoon. It's not my fault you and your co-host have some sick foot fetishes, probably for each other.
Can't confirm nor deny.
Anywho, finding my contact was next to an impossible task. So I tried busking along the streets of Casablanca for airfare to Paris, where Josh and Catherine promised to meet me. But I was quickly kidnapped by some human traffickers who put me to work hawking drugs hidden in fake saintly relics. I was pretty good at it, and I assumed my captors would quickly show me mercy and give me enough cash to get to France, or at least Gibraltar. But I wound up in an Interpol sting, and before I knew it, I was sitting in The Hague wondering who won on NXT that night.
Hate when that happens.
Eventually, a judge recognized I had no role, nor sanity, and showed pity on me, releasing me to the care of a representative of the Saudi royal family. I once went to the same podiatrist as the Crown Prince. They made sure
That's
I got
great,
to
Stan.
They made sure I got to Paris. By then, several days too late. Well, actually, several weeks too late for the clash in Paris. So I spent 3 days drinking bottles of Chateauneuf du Pape by the case, then fled France for the UK, where I hopped on the Queen Mary in Southampton with a little papal intervention on my behalf. And here I am, back in Burlington.
Oh, good.
Oh, it's good to hear the recap of your adventures there, Stan.
Yeah.
Well, by the way, I saw Robert Redford died today. What a hunk. And what an actor. He was in the movie The Sting, about an elaborate gaming heist. Speaking of gambling, that's what Kyle's farmer needs a wife dates do when they agree to go out with him. Okay, gotta go. Bye.
But goodbye, Stan.
Oh, it's good to have him
I'm
back.
glad he's okay. I have to be honest. I worried for a minute. I'm very glad he's found his way back from Europe and Interpol and all sorts of things.
You can tell Kine has never tuned in for an episode of The Night Shift because he has no idea about Stan from Burlington.
Kine, go back and listen to some old episodes, my friend, and check out IW Guide's Stan from Burlington episode on YouTube. You will get all the information you need. But Stan is back. Thank God he's back.
Factory. Yeah, that's right. Where he works. We can't confirm nor deny.
Well, he did not ask about Mr. Cincinnati.
Oh, that is the first. Maybe he forgot about him in his trip.
I think when you're held in a Moroccan prison or something, as long as he was, sometimes you forget.
Out of sight, out of mind.
Yeah. Anyway, Kyle, the show starts off hot with the boss man with Triple H and HBK. And I said this was a little too much because they gave the fans a little too much leeway to kiss their butts. But
of course,
then they started. Why were they fighting? What was the whole thing to bring out William Regal?
Because Triple H threatened to take back NXT since he's the one that started it. But it was all just to set up the return of William Regal, who had to say War Games, of course, because
the fans tried to beat him to it. Yes, GBH.
They jumped the gun a little bit, didn't they? I'm glad there was no Rey Mysterio on the show. I tell you what, that clip I made earlier, I laughed pretty hard when I was making it. So if you haven't seen it, go check it out. The Great Brown Hope, the only person that would say fuck Rey Mysterio.
Yeah. Everybody loves Rey Mysterio, GBH. Can't help it.
And everybody loves William Regal. I mean, what was he there for? Probably a good chunk, probably 5 years.
Yeah, he was the head of talent for at least, I would say at least 7-8 years, and then he left for a little bit to go to AEW, but he was there a long time. Oh, he's thinking, no, that's not Stan doesn't tease. Oh, they are. Oh,
no, yeah. He was referencing the Triple H.
Yes, they do. You're right.
He might not be wrong. There is a good chance that could be at that WrestleMania in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, they're going to bring back the Big Show and Mark Henry and whatever else they were talking about.
The Jericho is going to reunite there.
Should be fantastic. Something we'll all not remember after it's over. So
true.
Anyway,
it will be talked about.
So are we getting more guests tonight, or are these guys just is our man right here going to be commenting the whole time? GBH?
I don't know. That's up to them. This is how this show works. You call in, you hop into the studio whenever you want. So I think they're just hanging out with us in the chat for now.
Oh, no Taker versus Kane. Please no.
Please. These are the matches they're going to be looking at.
I can't do it. I can't do any more Taker. No more Undertaker stuff ever again. Would it be too hard to ask to just not have that?
Yeah, can't we just have it end with the Undertaker choke slamming Trick Williams like we all wanted it to?
Exactly. Which you were very confident in this episode that something was going to happen that didn't happen. So
they're teasing that for a later date.
I don't need that.
You're not interested in the invasion?
Are you going to give me the Hardys and what's his face, Nick Nemeth and Steve Macklin? How is that what we're doing? Those four? How are they
create a buzz? I mean, if anybody invades another brand,
and is Joe Hendry full-time NXT now because he was in the intro and everything?
I don't know. I'm assuming he's still under contract with TNA.
He's not because
he's not.
No, because Bobby Roode came out and then he was like. Who was that who said, Joe Hendry, you have more to do and like you need that NXT title now that you're NXT. So I'm thinking Joe Hendry is now NXT. They wouldn't put a TNA wrestler in the intro, and they did. He had the intro with the name and everything.
Did we just completely miss that news? I felt like that would have been reported, right?
That's what I'm talking about. It's true. That's what they said. That's what Bobby Roode said. Thank you, Tino. He did say that. Okay. Anyway, I got to say also, here's the other thing. the intros of the music of all the wrestlers who were CFO music guys.
Yeah.
Look at what a difference the themes were and how important the themes are to a wrestler's aura. And then look at the shit that comes out from the stuff from Def Rebel. And why is anybody not going, what are we doing? What are we doing?
There's just a different energy in the arena when those songs hit. I mean,
Rebel
No
Heart
One Will Survive,
yes.
Rebel Heart. Those when you think of
Finn
NXT,
Balor, real Finn Balor music.
With the smoke and everything, the black and silver. I mean, I remember when that first Balor Club shirt dropped. And you mentioned it earlier, the NXT, it had the yellow NXT tag on it.
Right.
But that was like the Bullet Club shirt of NXT, the Balor Club shirt coming over here. I remember that. It just brought back all these memories, man, and good times.
It even, and then they showed, I was watching on X the intro of Samoa Joe coming out and his SoCal shirt, and it had the yellow tag on it, and it was so great. Oh man, that SoCal Samoa Joe shirt was so good. I was looking at it, I'm like, oh, it has the tag on it. Like, that is dope. Like, come on.
You go ahead and take that away too. In time when Joe debuted, just that music hitting, nobody really knew, but you kind of got the vibe because it had that Samoan feel to it.
That's right. Yeah,
I love one of those classic moments you just look back at and you're like, man, those were the good old days.
They really were. There was some great stuff that was put out merch wise. There was some great. Actually, I do have an NXT.
They're selling the old
shirt.
shirts. Yeah, they said they're selling like the Charlotte one, the DIYs. They're available right now in the shop.
I would say, well, even when you retro things, it still never feels as good as having that old.
Sure.
You know, and now it's Fanatics, by the way. So it's not, even if you retro it still stinks. So
also, Tino, you got a lot to say in the chat. Why don't you come on the show and chat with us?
Tino, what the hell are you doing?
I know Tino's another OG NXT guy. He's been watching.
Yeah. And then, all right, so then let's kick this off, because there was a women's tag title match that kicked this whole thing off. And I am going to say, I said that the initial intro of Alexa and Tatum on each other when they both were in the ring, that was
Good
awesome.
Touch.
It was awesome.
It was also nice. Before the match even started, I think it was Charlotte that said it, and it's so true. But she was like, the women's division has always been the backbone of NXT, and I don't think she's lying. I mean, especially in recent memory, the women have carried NXT.
They sure have. And I'll tell you something funny. My daughter was watching with me, and she saw the Becky Lynch where she came out and was like the Irish dancer.
Yeah,
doing the
jig and everything.
She goes, "Who is that?"
Yeah, that's
Becky
the
Lynch.
Man. Yeah, that's the Intercontinental Champion.
Yeah, like you can't. Undeniably ridiculous the way she looked, and amazing how was it Dusty who flipped her around? Like, had to be, right?
So yeah.
Oh, Kine was at Walter's debut at NXT UK. That's dope as hell, by the way.
That is a big flex. Yeah, that's a memory. It's a big flex. There. That's a core memory. I was at the CW debut, not as cool.
Right, but where you had No Mercy, where Ryback wrestled two jobbers at the semi-main event in the Izot Center in New Jersey, Kine. No, you weren't. I was.
Yeah, Jake O
I
was
paid
there.
Premium price for those dumb tickets. So,
but hey, how about Charlotte getting cheered? It's nice. I like it.
It make you know what they
Charlotte Homer.
Well, so I'm gonna bring that up because also I have that written down here. That okay, so the aura and the vibe of these guys, and we'll get into it with some of these other matches like Tyler versus Ethan. The way they let these talents shine in NXT, I never understood why it wasn't plug and play the exact same thing in the dub once they came up to the main roster. Now, I get some gimmicks are too small for the big stage, right? Like some are like you can't plug it right into a 15,000 person arena. However, there is nothing wrong with how they used to let these guys, like the Tyler Breeze Ethan Page match, even this match tonight, Alexa in there with Tatum, they let them just fly, right? They took off like the restrictor plates, like in racing, and they showed off how much wrestling talent they have. Why am I not seeing that on the main roster, even with a guy like Mello tonight? Mello don't miss. He don't miss. And you know, like just present them the same exact way and they get over the same way. Unless the gimmick is like, you can't do Chase U on the big stage unless you really plot that out. We've talked about this. You couldn't do the Adam Rose nonsense with the Rosebuds because it's just too big of a stage. But you can do Mello and just have him just write him the same way. Why do you not write him the
Let
same
Mello
way?
cook. Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. Don't get cute
Right.
with it. And you would think now that there's more continuity too between the main roster in NXT, with it being ran by Triple H and Shawn Michaels. I mean, you literally see it on your television screen. They're telling you, "Hey, this guy's running NXT. This guy's running the main roster." You would think they would communicate with these things, be like, "Hey, I got a plan for this person. I'm ready to call them up. Let's put them on TV." But you had the awkward call up of Julia, and then she starts being paired with Kiana James. She's off TV. Like you said, Mello, inconsistently on TV. It's just put these guys on TV, man. You have so much time on WWE television to fit them in. There are too much talent that aren't being utilized weekly.
And a show like this highlights a lot of the talent that's up and coming that just leave it, man. Let it come up and leave it. Give them. I agree. See, I agree.
I don't know if he's better than Braun Breaker, but I agree.
But give him the
him. Yeah.
Give him the him gimmick. Let him do it again. He could be MVP.
If you reunite him with Trick, what we got tonight was great.
But what happened to the jerseys? Like, what happened to where he used to hang the jerseys of the guys? Like,
they did it at the beginning with the Tron. They had the DIY jersey.
No, I know they do it. They do it in NXT, but they took it away from him on the main roster. Why do you take the gimmick away? Then he's just another guy. Like, that's like when they took away MVP's blow up thing, with his clock and whatnot. Like, anyway. But the tag match was fun. I really enjoyed the. Charlotte threw some awful chops, but otherwise, I thought everybody did a great job.
To be fair, I don't think Izzy Dame was really accepting those chops much. She was kind of covering up herself. I don't blame her. I would probably cover up if Flair was going to chop me. But
come on, listen, if guys take Walter's Gunther's chops, then you can take a chop from Charlotte. Give me a break.
And then you talked about Tatum and Alexa having their moment. Izzy and Charlotte too kind of had a stare down moment. Two tall, athletic, blonde women. I think Izzy Dame has like a volleyball background, and Charlotte we know was an athlete, so it makes sense. It was cool. Sure. It's kind of like, here's what was and still is, and here's what's going to be next up: Tatum and Izzy.
Yep, and we finish that, and we go to the back.
Well, hold on. We do have somebody hanging out in the studio. Do we want to bring in the next caller?
Yeah, do it.
Let's bring in the next caller to talk about whatever the hell we're going to talk about, because it's homecoming. And he's live all the time. It's Tino.
What's up, guys?
The Iron Man.
So what do we want to talk about?
Hey, Cody.
He needs intros. Right? He needs intro music. He needs, like, when we bring him on, we need to play Iron Man. Ozzy's Iron Man. That'd be great.
It's Tino's time. Yeah, something like that.
I love it. Let's do it.
Tino. So we're just about to get to the moment, and I'm actually disappointed that GBH isn't unless he's here.
Oh, he's in the studio. Do we want to make
talk about it?
Do we want to make it a full party? All right, let's bring in our main event.
Quad box, like
brother
the
here.
Channel. There
he is. Great Brown Hope.
What's up, guys?
What's
Got
up?
Some water.
Thank goodness.
Thanks for punching in with us, brother.
I am stoned as hell. Don't tell HR.
You're good with me, brother. You're good with me.
I mean,
this is HR, by the way.
You're the only one that's going to admit it.
This is true.
That's all right. So GBH, we are just about to get to Zaruka arguing in the back and getting a little bit of that poke in the bear from Laney, and then who comes out? And Candace, who comes out? But the woman of the hour, the one that has forced GBH to reach into his pocket and give out something special. It is Shayna Baszler making an appearance on NXT, the longest reigning women's champion ever.
2 times.
So let's talk about her, by the way, because...
Well, let's just give the floor to the Great Brown Hope, because first off, he called this. He put it on X. They sent out a tweet. They were announcing all the people that were going to show up, and they asked, who are you most excited to see? This man below me said Shayna Baszler. So you speak to me of how it felt when you saw Shayna show up here at Homecoming.
I didn't watch it live. I was on a date with the wife. We had gone out. Just my day off. She came home early, so she was like, let's go on a date. I was like, hell yeah, let's go on a fucking
date night.
And right before my phone died, I was tagged a couple times in that, and they were like, you called it. Look, it's Shayna. Somebody said I wet my pants. I was like, oh shit, this is great. I was waiting for it, and I wasn't ready for it. But when it happened, it was pretty cool. I rewatched it about 3 or 4 times. But that was a funny moment to see. Who was it? Laney Reed and Candice LeRae both walk away like, no, we don't want none of this. We don't want the smoke.
Listen, yeah, Candace gave the face of like, oh crap, and you know what? He never gets a day off. Sam, no
What's
days
that?
off for Tino.
Hey,
Tino,
Sam,
you're-
you read my new blog?
Huh?
No, I'm saying Sam read my new blog. He says he reads all my blogs.
I'm sure he did. Trust me, he's got time to do it. On the
Love
train
it.
tomorrow to work. So let's talk about this. By the way, the way you even Shayna coming out for 5 seconds, right? You've already booked her better than the way they booked her the last 3 years of her on the main
can I
roster.
say that before we move on to
that's-
anything else?
Yeah.
Yeah, go
Like
Tino.
just tonight in general with NXT, and I was even talking about it. How is it that DIY, Carmelo Hayes, you guys were just talking about it, Shayna Baszler, Finn Balor, they felt like they got their aura back and they were in NXT for like 5 minutes. Why can't they do the same thing on the main roster? I said it on NXT and I was like, you just put them on the main roster. You don't have to change anything. Like, why isn't Melo coming out with the jerseys? Why isn't Finn Balor doing that? And yes, he's with Judgment Day or whatever, but I mean, I'd love to see Finn Balor as a singles competitor. And it's insane that they go back to NXT. And I felt like at one point I was like, is it Wednesday? Because people remember NXT was on Wednesdays at one point. So it's just
That's right.
That's the one thing. And it was like with Sean and HBK, that was something too. I was thinking like that could be a way to switch up War Games a little bit if you were to possibly do some type of something or another. And, but I just wanted to say that because it just drives me insane that they can't do this on the main roster. Well, we see the talent all of them have, and especially like with Shayna. Shayna, I think, was a big surprise because she's not even with the company. She's kind of done the producer, but I don't even think she has a contract. But,
Yeah, they got her on freelance because she's got a couple of scheduled dates in the Indies. So
yeah, you're not wrong, dude.
It's
depressing. You're not wrong. It's absolutely depressing as a wrestling fan and someone and like us watching so much of it. You feel the talent level. You're like, oh my god, it's like an itch you can't scratch. You're like, just show it. Just show it the right way. Show it the way they're doing it, and everything's okay. And they won't do it. And they just it's like, no, we can't push Shayna as a beast because we have, we have to make sure Tiffany Stratton, gets her thing, or we have to make sure that we show, Bianca versus somebody for the 8,000th time.
Well,
That's a shame.
Too. Even like some of the people that came back, like why didn't Bianca come out and do something? Like why was she?
Yeah, she was just in the crowd. It was awkward.
Oh, she was in the crowd?
Yeah,
she was in the front row during the main event.
Oh, I didn't see that. I missed that.
And that was like they like promoted all these people, and it was cool to see Sammy and Javon have like the interaction. But it just like sometimes I feel like it's just like how they used to do it, where they'd have like Jericho come back and do like the list segment or this.
Well, that's what I was worried about, Tino, because I mean NXT's 2 hours, as we know, and they were announcing all these fucking names, and we knew we had 4 scheduled segments, and they just blew their load through all these returns, and it's like. Okay, I mean, I still loved it. It was fun, but I do want to ask GBH this because he knows ball and he knows Shayna Baszler. Give me your favorite Shayna Baszler moment in NXT.
In NXT?
Yeah.
God damn.
Or maybe just some of your favorite memories from Shayna Baszler's run in NXT.
I mean, there isn't a very specific one, but there was that match with Ember Moon when she finally won the belt. That was a big one. I think that was only her second or third match in with the Fed as well. So it was also one of her first matches as a wrestler from switching over from a combat sports, of course, but after her indie run, obviously.
AIW Women's Champion.
Yeah, the beautiful thing about Shayna Baszler in NXT was her consistency. She was constantly booked as a beast, same way they booked Asuka after. So, the booking in NXT was different then. I talked about that.
Was she on the show? I didn't see her.
Yeah. Are you not paying attention, Tino?
Wait, Asuka was on the show?
Was she? I didn't see her.
Oh, no. I thought you were asking Shayna. I thought you were asking Shayna.
No, we know.
I just meant tonight because she's another one. Go ahead. Sorry.
Well, we got a big fantasy booking thing here for Jay Gold from Kine.
Oh, Kine.
Too long.
Yeah,
can't read it.
It's not that type of show. This isn't OTM kind. We don't sit here and read long comments. We got to go.
I agree with them though. I think GBH. I like your love of her. I used to say like, holy crap, they book their champions so much better than the main roster because someone like Shayna, someone like Asuka, someone like Charlotte, when you finally do lose, it means so much more in NXT when the titles change hands. And Shayna was that person where I thought no one is ever going to beat her unless she leaves, right? That's it.
Yeah. And
Like,
she put over Rhea Ripley on the way out.
Yeah. Like, no one was ever going to beat her the way they booked her. And then she went up to the main roster and she was just like, pfft. And of course, that's,
It wasn't her fault. You
No.
know whose fault it was.
It's never their fault. It's like they forget. But again, like, they don't have to do anything. You just bring them up and just let them do what they're doing. Like, it's not that difficult.
If it worked in NXT, it's probably going to work on the main roster, right?
Yeah.
There's a few gimmicks that didn't work, and I say it, but it should be plug and play. What'd you say?
I said you're not going to hit on everyone, but I mean, for the most part, I mean, most of that, I mean, that's just the thing where it just drives me absolutely insane.
You know whose gimmick was great, and you couldn't do it on the main roster as much as they wanted to? Boogs, Eric Boogs.
Oh, Rick Boogs, yeah.
Rick Boogs, that's it. But he was Eric. Which one?
Tyler Breeze.
They didn't give that enough to breathe.
Yeah.
They didn't give that enough of a chance.
Yeah,
I was hoping he was going to win tonight. I really thought.
But Rick Boogs, to have a guy who comes out in air guitars, who does it normally like in between segments, and you're going to have that dude on the main roster doing that, it's impossible. You can't do it. It's too small. Too small.
I remember he went viral too. The first time he made an entrance, he went viral where he screams. He's like, ah!
Yeah.
He's at the entrance. He went viral over that shit.
It's Rick Boogs.
No, he was Eric Bugenhagen at that time.
Bugenhagen.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
No, Kind, stay where you are, Kind.
No, he's not leaving. He's just he hasn't been on OTM's chat in a while. That's what he's saying.
He should be here every.
I got to keep everybody in the know with this podcast network. I
let
connect the
everybody
dots
know
here.
where a lot going on. It's pay-per-view week,
Well, all right. Since we're talking about great gimmicks, let's go over to the big time tag match. DIY and Mello and Trick, and we got all the original theme songs all in one.
Rebel Heart.
But like why? That's the other thing too. Like why? Like that I ended up watching.
I said it. When you get Def Rebelled, Def Rebelled, it's over. You have to get CFO'd, and Def Rebel ruins everything. And CFOs, you know what? I didn't even love CFOs that much, but now I'm saying, holy crap, I miss CFO's theme songs so much.
Yeah, I mean, and Trick and Mello's theme songs actually aren't bad. I know that's not CFO production, so. This match actually felt big, and it felt like a match you probably could have seen on the main roster. I feel like this is definitely something that needs to be rekindled, in my opinion. And I don't understand the point of having The Miz get involved in the finish. I understand it from the aspect of...
Miz doesn't want to lose his buddy.
Yeah, he's with Mello on the main roster, sure, but Miz has no connections to NXT, Tino. This is homecoming. Why do we need the Miz here?
He hosted the NXT game show. Miz was the host of and he also was Daniel Bryan's coach.
Blow me.
That's right. That's right. Oh, and without the Miz, there would be no Daniel Bryan. Period.
That's it, right there. That's it. You're 100% right. That's it. If it wasn't for the Miz coaching him on NXT, listen. If it wasn't for those, what are they called? Layla and Michelle McCool. There would be no Cabal.
Cool.
There'd be no Cabal. Tape footage of Cabal on on WWE television.
Cabal also said total nonstop action on a WWE show.
Hey, GBH, did you get your Fios internet for this episode?
Hell no, I didn't.
Oh man! And then
come on,
Tina, what do you think about this match?
What this one? I mean, I enjoyed it, and like you said, it felt like this also felt like a match. I don't know if it was the lighting or something, but it felt like I said, I felt like I was watching like an old episode of NXT, where it was just like these two it was really good, and it was really fun to watch them go at it, and all four of them. And I think it is something they should definitely do on the main roster and have. I mean, I think that's what they should do with Trick and Mello is just team them up if that's what they're gonna do. Maybe that's why Miz came out, so then maybe Trick does lose, and we'll see what happens next week and everything. And maybe this is the way for him to come up and have that be like where he's trying to get Mello away from the Miz or something. But I mean, seeing them team up together, and especially DIY with the music and everything, all that, and them coming, it was just, I love it. But it's so nonchalant and it's all right in the field. Like that's where.
I got to go back though. P-Man is right. Actually, if you trace back all of television, if there was no Real World in New York or no England, UK, right? That's where Miz was. If there was, someone needs to know. GBH, do you remember?
He's from Cleveland.
I didn't get into reality TV until
because I was a kid when the Real World came out, and the first Real World was 6 months long, and they all were working their own jobs, and it went on forever. Like, it wasn't like that, like 12-week wherever they
Where
have
they
them
sit
working.
in a house.
Yeah. No, these were people just living life and doing stuff. And then
Back to
Miz
New
was
York.
on. Was that? Oh,
They were.
Miz was on what? 10 Back to New York.
Yep,
Is that what it
Back
was?
to New
Or
York,
5?
season
Sure.
10. Yep.
Season 10, right? So
And then he
Miz,
was on the challenge after that.
Yeah.
yes, but he made his bones, and he made his bones with the New York one, where he came in and basically was like, I'm from Cleveland. I don't know when I say the N-word and blah blah blah, and he made himself look like an idiot on television. And remember that? Do you remember?
Yeah, it worked. Yeah, I remember
Yeah,
that.
And then he
Yeah,
told
I
everybody
heard
he
it.
was the Miz. That
Yeah.
was his
Well,
gimmick.
He had paper belts too, and like toy belts that he
Yeah,
bought.
yeah.
He
that's
knew
how I
what he
started
was
watching.
doing.
My
He
dad
was
was
so
like,
dumb.
"Come here, there's a wrestler on the TV." That was like cool.
He
I was like,
he
okay.
knew that was basically an audition to put himself on the map.
It's true.
I do
And then he
see
got
how-
in. And then he got in what season? What was it? Season 3 of Tough
Oh,
Enough.
fuck if I know.
I think it's season 2.
Two.
Yeah,
All right,
'cause
the
he
one
was
with Daniel
on-
Pewter.
It had to be 3 because season 3 also had, I believe, John Morris.
Daniel
Yeah.
Pewter. No, John Morrison was season 2. I thought.
I thought he
No,
was
season
1.
1 was Josh Matthews. Oh, it was.
Oh, and
It was-
Maven.
Josh Capitelli, Maven.
Well, we'll have to go back and force Kyle to watch it.
Yes, we'll have to do
I
that.
have watched the old Tough Enough. I just don't remember it. I know it was
Well,
on the network, right?
remember the kid who won it, Josh Capitelli, and he
Yeah.
ended up having brain cancer and passing away. That was season 1, right? Or no,
Yeah,
Maven
Maven
won
season
season
1.
1. Okay, so
Yeah.
season
Yeah,
2
Maven
was
won. It was
Josh
Josh
Daniel
Pewter
Pewter,
season 1.
or
Mhm.
whatever the heck his name was. Because he
Yeah,
got,
and then-
'cause remember he got like the free entrance into the Royal Rumble, and then he got destroyed by Finley
and then
or however he
and
did
and
that.
then what's her name? Who was with Jamie
Noble.
Media.
Noble, Nydia, and then
Nydia.
Shaniqua, who was with the Basham brothers.
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah. She was in TNA with Scott Steiner.
Yeah, she also she didn't win either, right? But she won, or I don't remember if she won
She
or
won.
not. She
I
did.
believe she did win.
Oh,
Did
so
you guys
if it
notice
wasn't for the
TNA
Miz,
tweet that they
Yeah, she was the original Jade Cargill. Like, she was jacked. She
Yes.
was basically the prime specimen among all the competitors. Like, they were gonna
Yes.
pick her regardless. So she had that look that they wanted in a dominant female athlete.
what a ridiculous gimmick they strapped her with the Bashams and the S&M shit. Utterly
And
ridiculous.
it became tag champs. Don't forget, she almost
Yeah.
stepped in for a match once. I remember that would have been hilarious.
Well, okay, so look, here we go. We're gonna go from that to yeah.
These are call-ins. They're not guest spots, Jago.
Yeah,
We can't.
oh,
This
no,
isn't
we're
a
not
mixer.
leaving now. Sorry.
Oh,
Nope,
all right, all right.
I'm not letting them stay the whole time. You know how
Oh,
this show
okay.
works.
Deuces.
Great Brown Hill, give me
See-
some of your
see,
favorite
that's
NXT superstars of all
Tino,
time.
we love you, Tino.
Team favorites of all time. Obviously, you got to go with Shayna Baszler. Sanity was the shit.
Ooh.
Authors of Pain. Authors of Pain was great.
What? That's
And NXT,
bonkers.
yeah, they were. They were
Authors of
awesome.
Pain had great matches in NXT
And then
with
Authors
DIY.
of Pain versus Sanity versus Undisputed Era. That was the first War Games.
Dude, Undisputed wasn't even mentioned at
And
all.
don't forget.
They're all
that,
AEW except for Bobby
that
Fish.
Roderick,
I know.
Roderick Strong went all in with Authors of Pain. He had the whole getup in the War Games match with Authors of Pain, so they all looked like a trio. It was the funniest thing.
I
I've
do
seen in a
remember
long
that.
time. But
Yeah.
Roderick Strong went all in.
He
on
did.
that.
He
Yeah.
did. I
That
think
was
I
one of
was
those
there for that match, if I'm not mistaken. Was that in Chicago? Do you remember? I feel like I remember seeing their fit. I don't know, but that's a great deep pool there. And Sam agrees with you. Sam said Sanity was great. GBH spot on.
You know, if you're gonna, if you're,
Sawyer Fulton was on Sanity, the original.
That's right.
he is now the wrestling revolver tag champ with Cruel Sawyer Fulton, Madman Fulton. Yeah,
I think you mentioned that last week on the
yeah,
night shift.
yeah.
I
So
watch the
you-
show every week.
I was gonna say
There
this is
you
a guy
go.
that watches every week. He's been on before. He's cranking out blogs for the Main Event Wrestling Network. Great Brown Hope. Thanks for stopping by. For
Thanks,
Homecoming.
GBH. You're the best as
See you,
always.
buddy.
Yeah.
Drink Four Loco.
Wait. We also have to tell Kine. He said, "How does one call in?" Kine, all you got to do is send Kyle your email address, and we will send you the link to the show, and you can jump in, and we'll have you.
Not
on
this
anytime
episode
you like.
though. We've hit our quota on this episode.
All right, so now that we've gotten the my triumvirate out of the way, and we had the quad box like on the Red Zone channel, let's get to this backstage Sami Zayn and Javon Evans, which, by the way, Kyle, you and I both said last week, Javon Evans is
Be a perfect candidate.
He would be the guy to be Sami Zayn. He's perfect. Yeah.
It's kind of funny. We say things sometimes on this show, and it just gets put into the universe the next week. I don't know if that's a coincidence. I don't know if Triple H is watching right now, or maybe HBK. But it's smart. It really is, because Javon Evans has all the tools similar to Sami Zayn. A lot of people like him. He's a lovable babyface. It makes sense.
Yep, I agree. And then we get Briggs. At first, I got upset because I had Sami Zayn and Briggs, and I'm really not a fan of this version of Sami Zayn. But
God, you sound like everybody else in the crowd that's booing Sami Zayn.
I'm not booing him. I'm just not. I just don't. It's not for me anymore. I used to. Oh man, I love.
Is it not for you? Let me ask you this: is it not for you anymore because it's kind of just the same Sammy we've always gotten?
Yeah, and the same speeches over and over and over and over. Okay, all right. You're not an underdog. You wrestled Roman Reigns in Montreal.
Yeah.
You were in the bloodline. Now you have the United States title. You were the NXT champion. You were the tag team champions at WrestleMania. Yeah. You are not you're not an underdog. Stop doing that. That gimmick was fine. Let Javon Evans be that way for now, but him and Briggs, it's not. You're not an underdog. Just yeah. Oh, there we go.
Javon Evans is an underdog.
Yes, he is an underdog. He's a young guy
because he hasn't got that moment yet. You're saying, Sami Zayn's had multiple moments now. The underdog story ain't working anymore. You ain't catching Daniel Bryan lightning in a bottle with this one. That's why I think people are booing.
Man. They are not. Ethan Page is not an underdog.
The inferior country, yeah.
Right, exactly.
Just kidding. I pledge my allegiance to Canada. Sorry, Chelsea Green.
That's who we missed too. We missed the Chelsea Green interaction tonight.
Are they done with the Secret Hervis and Ethan Page now?
No. Oh, I hope not. Oh, man.
We haven't seen them together recently.
Kine is right. Look at that. He beat Gunther at WrestleMania also. He became the IC champ.
Oh, yeah, I knew that. Yeah, I was going to say that, but I thought you already said it.
But that's great. I love that Kine is thinking that. He said that beating Gunther part too. So, yeah, a little bit.
John Cena. Yeah, that's the vibe I'm getting from the crowd. It's like, all right, something different.
Right, be somebody. You can be something else.
Bring back the conspiracies.
He was great. Yeah, do something ridiculous. I didn't like him in the military gear. It was kind of weird. But,
it was weird, but the conspiracy stuff was funny.
So we get those guys fighting. Then we get the match. We get Tyler Breeze and Ethan Page. And can I just say, Tyler Breeze does not age. It's amazing. He looks exactly the same. He's been out of the company, 8 years?
Yeah.
6 years?
I've looked back at old tweets just out of curiosity. I was like, when's the last time I've even spoke the name Tyler Breeze?
Yeah.
2020, apparently he was on NXT. I don't know what they were doing during COVID.
Probably the end run right there.
Before that, no, that wasn't the end run, because before that I went back real deep. In 2017 was the end of Tyler Breeze in NXT. But that is, like you said, nearly a decade, and he didn't miss a step in ring. And he's got a match coming up at AIW, I think, this weekend, right?
Yeah, he's part of the J-Lit tournament, which is going to be dope as hell. But
we gained a subscriber.
Hey-oh. Let's
5
go.
More. We can do it.
Need 5 more, and then you get all sorts of free stuff, people. Come on. Don't you want free stuff?
And a lot of free stuff. It's not just cheap shit either. It's Julia Hart, Sky Blue, Mick
I got
Foley.
Tons of stuff. Yeah,
we got plenty of stuff.
And then I will say the match was very good. It was a very good what's it called? TV match. And I even wrote it here. I don't understand why they never let him shine. He always was consistent on NXT. Everything Tyler Breeze did was just like that. It was just like that.
Oh, yeah, we said it last week, too. He was sort of ahead of his time. Just with the innovative entrance and whatnot. What did he say? You gotta stop interrupting before I even pull it up.
I'm sorry.
Throw me off every time.
Sorry. I've been.
Do I get my location?
No, you're in. We ship to the UK.
No,
send it from here.
No,
I'll do it. Of course, I'll do it.
I will.
I'll do it. I'll do it.
I don't make enough money for that kind. Sorry.
What is for our listeners? I'll do anything. It's fine for our viewers. Anything you need. So
you see, if you subscribed and we got more subscribers, then I'd be making more money, and then I could ship it overseas. See how I'm connecting the dot here?
Oh yeah, you know what? Fashion Police was good.
Oh,
Kind of.
I actually did enjoy that stint. I totally forgot about that. You're right.
Him and Fandango were very. Brizango was funny.
They had segments that were very good, like
They
better
never
than
got.
D'Angelo bullshit.
Yeah,
Speaking of that,
yeah.
where's Tony been?
Thank God they didn't need him tonight.
He was a part of NXT history. He's a former North
2.0.
American champion and Heritage Cup winner.
2.0, Kyle. They're trying to scratch that from existence, by the way.
You notice how there was like barely any 2.0 at all?
No color splash, no 2.0, no nothing.
Barely
Really
any Braun Breaker and all that. Yeah.
disappointing. That's really sad, by the way. 2.0 is great.
It was a serviceable era, I should say.
I have a 2.0 sweatshirt. Like, I love it. I love 2.0. I thought it was ridiculous. See, because I'll send him something because I don't mind shipping some cards and stuff.
You pander to him. You'll learn over time that you won't pander to him every second. He's been a loyal listener of the On the Mark Wrestling podcast for years. I know how to pander to him.
Yeah.
MVM of the year last year, as he said earlier.
Nice. So we move from this match, which was great because you had to have Ethan Page had to win anyway.
It was a great TV match, like you said. It served its purpose.
Yep, and it also set up what was next, which was Damian Priest giving a pep talk to Tavion Heights about getting the North American title next week or whatever,
and having the hot tub celebration.
Right. Which I don't think that it doesn't feel to me like they're fully invested in Tavion. I feel like it's more of just a.
I was just going to say that, man. I feel like this is just like saying, "Hey, you're getting there. You're doing the right things, but we're not ready for you to be a champion." Because I'm not buying into Tavion Heights winning at No Mercy.
No offense to him.
I bought more into Tyler Breeze than I did to Tavion Heights.
That's because Tyler Breeze is a professional. That's his that's what he does, man. I mean,
dude, if Tyler Breeze was in, like, if NXT was structured the way it is now, back in the day, Tyler Breeze would have been the perfect North American champion.
Yep, certainly would have been. But Ethan Page could wrestle. I know it's so cliche. Ethan Page could wrestle a broomstick and put on a good match. Like, he's just that good.
Yes.
And I know there's so many people that hate on him, but I love him. I think he's great.
Yeah,
so
it's hard to deny that.
Yeah. So then we go from there to the Waller effect, which I am not. I'm not a fan of the fake TV show gimmicks on wrestling. It kind of went the way of it's gone after. Let me think. What was the last good one? The Shawn Michaels Jericho setup. The setup for WrestleMania.
Well, the last good one was the Festival of Friendship with.
Oh, that's right.
Jericho and Kevin Owens. But you're right. It seems like another outdated segment kind of.
It's
thing.
A Vince McMahon segment, like Piper's Pit, like all that
and
stuff. It's
no disrespect. Actually, I don't give a fuck. Disrespect if you want to take it. I don't think Grayson Waller is that great.
No.
I mean, I get it. He's got a punchable face. He says things to piss you off, but it feels more like a pro wrestler playing a heel than it's just an authentic shitty character, you know?
Right. Yes, and it's nonsense. It's nonsense. But I will say this: Obafemi was fantastic on the mic. We're not the only ones who see that this guy is printing money, right?
Everybody sees it. Yeah,
he's amazing. The guy was a shot putter. It's not even his accent. He's amazing.
Why are we setting up a unification match? Is this just to lead into the invasion?
Nobody's winning that match.
There's no clean finish, and it just gets interrupted by the entire roster.
What company is going to allow that? Which NXT is going to allow that? They're going to, take it over to TNA with the TNA belt.
They're not going to allow it, but you know.
No, but that's you have to say to each other which promoter. Like if I ask, hey. John Thorne, I'm going to bring the ETU belt to your place, and you're going to challenge my guy, and we're going to win. John Thorne would be like, "Hey, Struggles and Bagelmonger, there's no way I am giving up my belt to your guy." Like, It's silly. No, I agree with Fish. TNA definitely gets run over, but there's no way this match should even have an ending, right, Kyle?
No, not one bit. I mean, they're teasing it all episode. They were leaning into it. The TNA superstars were tweeting it out, their frustrations. They're not going to, settle for this. And Santino even sent something out. So that's why this match got set up. But it just felt out of nowhere. Like, I didn't think that was the direction for Oba nor Trick. I thought they were just going to go straight to Ricky. But obviously, one of those two is getting called up, right? Oba or Trick, if they're rushing into it.
I don't think so. I think it's going to sit, and I think Ricky. I don't really understand. So the gimmick doesn't make sense. You're going to have that match,
Yeah,
first,
but where does Ricky
and then
get
Ricky,
involved?
Right,
Yeah.
right. You're going to have that first, and you're going to say you're going to sit on the sideline while this match. That doesn't belong there. That match belongs.
Yeah,
on
like how do you even do it if you do go the invasion route too? Does Ricky defend Trick and Oba? Like, does he come out to side with them, and they're setting up a match with the TNA guys? I don't really know, but it's all confusing right now.
It can't happen. It can't. To me, it cannot. It can't. There can be no winner. So
there's not going to be a clean finish. Not one whatsoever.
So we go from there to the, unfortunately, and I think Kind mentioned it way earlier in the show, but Bobby Roode had his moment,
Muted.
and it was muted, and we didn't get to hear the fans absolutely lose their minds with the background. That sucked. I was sad for him. So
another fun era. That's when like the newer theme songs started to get released, and they actually were good. That Glorious theme song fit him so well, and when his entrance hit every single NXT, everybody was on their feet singing along. Like that's a moment you can't botch, because
now
Bobby Roode actually served his purpose in NXT.
Yeah. Now here's the thing, and you can look it up, and I'll send you the links to it. But Glorious was not supposed to be Bobby Roode's music, right? It was supposed to be Nakamura's music, which is ridiculous. I'm sorry,
which would not have made sense.
No, ridiculous, utterly ridiculous.
Could you imagine just Shinsuke coming out there, Glorious?
No, I would be so upset.
In no world.
No,
it was only right for one man.
Yep, and then he said to Joe Hendry, he said, you need to go for the world title now that you've already done the other stuff. And he was like, it was great to see that TNA title on WrestleMania. Now that you're here, you need to go for the North American title. So I don't know what they're doing with him. But
yeah, I mean, Kind's right. He needs to establish 2 or 3 more guys after losing Oba and Trick, because if/when you do lose both those guys, slim pickings down there. Am I right?
You're right. There is not a major. There is not one.
You
major
think Miles
star.
Bourne is going to be the next guy? No disrespect, Tavion Heights, Dark State.
There's nobody who sticks out like
Javon.
The top 4. Yep, Javon, Ricky, Ethan, Oba, Trick. I think that's it.
Briggs starts to get into the conversation at that point.
Fine.
Wesley, where's Wesley?
Yeah, where's he been with the high rise with the Z?
Yeah, where's high rise with the Z when you need?
I haven't seen them in ages. I haven't seen
Dark State needs new challengers.
They do
that. High rise.
Yep. There's your chance, guys. There's your chance.
Oh, Lexus King's another name to mention for sure.
Where are those other dudes? Tyson and what are those?
Tyson
those
Kidd?
the 2 giant dudes who were the tag team.
I don't know. They haven't been on TV in a month. How am I supposed to remember?
That's what I'm saying. Who knows where they are? They just get rid of
Tyson,
guys.
Yeah, Tyson Bajan, the backup quarterback,
and
for the
Tyreek
Bears.
or whatever. Tyson and Tyreek, right?
Hill.
Something like that.
Yep.
No.
Tyson Bajan and Tyreek Hill. That's their names.
Listen, we go from there to Lexus.
I'm 2-0 in our league, by the way, just so you know.
I'm 1-1. I won every game week 1. I lost every league week 2. I am 1-1 on every league. Yep. Now, OTM. Yes, that's what I'm talking about, OTM.
Yeah, the fake OTM, not the real OTM.
Where are they?
I don't know. Jada went off on her own, and fake OTM's just hanging out in the alleyways.
How did they not have Jada Parker on tonight, too? That's another one.
Yeah, we were missing some names, weren't we? Blake Monroe wasn't even on either.
Blake, and neither was Jordan Grace.
Yeah.
Yep. And they
Lonnie
had Blake.
Jordan.
They had Blake and Jordan in the intro. So
yeah. Some names were missing.
Some names were missing. So we go to Lexus King in the ring, and you said it. You were he is going against somebody who's going to beat him up. And we get Finn Balor. And the real Finn Balor. Not the fake, not the Finn Balor that doesn't do his intro anymore.
Is the best version of Finn Balor.
Mm-hmm.
No doubt.
By far. Yeah.
And I'm talking outside of WWE too.
Oh,
no. That was my Finn Balor.
I think the Prince Devitt Real Rock and Roller was the best version, but I do think this was the 1A. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, this hit you right in the feels as well, going back to
She hates Lexus King.
I mean, that's the goal, right? Isn't that what you want? Wow. How about that? That's a good one from Kind. Your name's
Oh my!
Fish.
You can't go after our. We can't have.
This is
squabbling
what
amongst
Kind
the
does,
viewers.
Jay Gold. You're not used to Kind. He brings a lot of drama to your show.
Old hog.
Yeah,
He is all hog. He's a lot like Gabriel Sky. He's all hog.
Who the fuck is Gabriel Sky?
He's a wrestler over here on the East Coast who has this like it's just I don't know if he's wearing a cup, but his trunks are gigantic, and I'm like that dude's hog has to be gigantic.
Is he related to EO?
He's small. No, it's Sky, Skye.
Oh, so he's related to Blue.
Sky Blue. So stupid. He can jump rope.
You can tell this show needs to wrap up already.
All right, we'll get to the main event. The 6-women tag, which I didn't know that Tiffany was injured. So
shows how much you pay attention to wrestling.
Where did they say she was injured?
A couple days ago, I think. They announced the Lyra was going to be there.
I didn't see that. And how did I not see that anywhere? That sucks. All right, so I was a little disappointed because I thought that visual of Tiffany with the belt and everything was really good. 196. Let's
Four
go.
more people. 4 more. We can do it.
Listen,
have the night shift bring us in.
Listen, Kyle. When this real push started, it was Memorial Day weekend, the 24-hour stream. That really was the push.
And I think we were at 132 or 116. No, we might have been lower, yeah.
Lower, yeah.
Oh, yeah, we were in the 1-teens, yeah.
Hell yeah. Fish is the best. Anyway.
How much are you paying Fish to put that comment?
No, I'm not. He's even in Punta Cana. He must really like us. Yeah,
we do. Hey, you're going to have one next Memorial Day. It's a new tradition here at the network. 24-hour stream Memorial Day weekend and a half marathon stream every Labor Day weekend.
And we may, who knows, maybe holiday season we'll all do some fun nonsense.
I'm not staying on the air.
No, not staying on the air, but we'll have some specials to like keep bringing in viewers.
Yeah, trust us. We got big things in the hopper, that's for sure.
Yeah, Kind. That's what's up.
Who doesn't love the pool? That's the best part of a vacation, Fish. I'd be in the pool every Disney trip. It's like, oh, you want to go to the park? No, I'm in the pool. Good.
Oh, you can't pass up the park to go to the pool.
I trust me, we went to the parks, but we got on the rides very quick because I got the fast passes for my brother.
That's what's up.
I never wait in lines.
Look, let's say this match was very good. Speaking of nostalgia, unfortunately,
play the hits, right?
Right, but I would have said these are 2 newer hits. Like this is like asking, Jay-Z to play 99 Problems when that's within the last 20 years. For music, it's pretty young. These guys, Stephanie, Lyra, who just came up a year and a half ago.
Those 2 are brand new, yeah.
Right. So, like, if you're going to do that, give me Rhea, give me Bailey, and then give me, let's say, we could go to Becky. We could go to
Asuka.
Bianca if she wasn't hurt. Asuka. How does Asuka, one of the most dominant champs ever, not get on this show?
So let's talk about this real quick.
Yeah.
If I were to give you 4 spots, a Mount Rushmore for women in NXT. I think we could have both agree Asuka's on it.
Yes.
I think we both would agree Bailey's on it, yeah.
And this is NXT only, okay?
And this is where it gets tough, because I think you have to put Shayna on there.
So
for 2 title reigns?
So this is where I'm having trouble. I have 3 people to fill 2 spots. Okay, I have Shayna, I have Charlotte, and I have Sasha. So actually, forget that. Now I have take out Charlotte. I have Paige.
Yeah, Charlotte's not in mine. Yeah.
Paige really should be there. She was there when the belt was that little pink and black.
I know. I felt like her stint in NXT was brief.
They made a movie about her.
I know that, but I'm still saying like 2 years maybe. Tops in NXT.
Hold on.
I could be wrong, but I don't think she was in there long. Because there's other names like Roxanne Perez I'm putting in there.
No, you're not.
Yes.
No.
Look at the accolades.
So she was in NXT. Wow, Kyle. This is crazy. Paige was in NXT for approximately 294 days.
Told you, she was barely in NXT. There's no way I'm putting her in.
June 20th, 2013, until her title win on July 24th.
She got called up right away. Yeah, that's why. They're like, fuck this. We're not keeping her in NXT. Get her on the main roster.
Wow.
So she's not even in the conversation. Yeah.
Shoot.
That's why I put a girl like Roxanne Perez in my Mount Rushmore.
Do you want to give me the top 4 Oh, you want to give me the top 5 longest reigning women's champions in NXT history?
Shayna Baszler,
Okay.
Asuka,
All right,
Ember
so I'm going
Moon,
to give you the dates. Ready?
Ember Moon.
Nope.
Oh, Mandy Rose,
Correct.
which wasn't mentioned by the way.
Yep.
Sasha.
Nope.
I'm blanking on a big name, aren't I?
Yep.
Rhea.
Nope.
Wow.
I'll give you the numbers. Ready? Number 5 at 304 days, Io Shirai.
Oh fuck. That's
Number
my girl.
4 at 308 days, it is Paige. It says she had
Wow.
the title for
She
308
held them
days.
both. Yeah.
Right. Okay. Number 3, Mandy Rose, 413 days.
Yep.
Number 2, Shayna Baszler, 416 days, second longest reign. And number 1 is Asuka at 510 days. Over a year and change, a year and a half. That's crazy. So so if you want to do the Mount Rushmore, it's
Asuka, Bailey,
Shayna,
and Roxanne for me. That's just me.
Roxanne? What are you talking
I'm
about?
not taking. What do you mean? What am I talking about?
It doesn't even
Multiple
make
time
sense.
tag team champion, multiple time NXT women's champion, held down NXT for years, multiple years, not 265 days like Paige who got a movie. It's about NXT, you said. And in NXT, Roxanne Perez is one of the most accoladed wrestlers.
I'm putting Sasha up there. I'll give her the 4th spot.
I mean, that's fair. I'm gonna put Roxanne.
I can't give Roxanne any of that. Nope, not giving her any of it. I wouldn't even put her in my top 10 NXT women of all time.
Oh, that's absurd. That
true.
is absurd. No
It's
way.
True. It's true. She may be as... Who was that other dude? Fish. What was the name
Brad
of that
Maddox.
other guy?
Brad
there you
Maddox.
go. Brad Maddox was the old NXT.
I might have
also.
seen that film.
Yeah.
I mean, Sasha would be in my... If it wasn't Roxanne, it would be Sasha. But I'm picking between Bailey and Sasha. You can't have them both.
Sure you can.
No, you can't.
They're both equally as important in different ways.
Because without each other, there is nothing. So that's why I think they're just one. Because
they do have the best women's
tell me
match of all
something.
time.
Yeah, tell me something outside of Bailey and Sasha that Bailey and Sasha did in NXT.
That's a really good point. Wow. Okay. Yes, Kine. The 3 of them.
Oh yeah, it's.
Where are you?
Google it. He's very young too, so that was probably when he was a child. That film.
Because women can be pale and redheaded men get made fun of. That's just the way it goes.
True.
Yep. Stop it.
This is why people are subscribing
getting late.
to the network.
Yeah.
It's getting very late.
Anyway, so by the way, I did not agree with JC Jane losing that match, especially with Lola Vice being the one who
okay. All right.
Especially with Lola Vice being the one who cost her. Like, she's the face. She's not supposed to come down and cost her the match. Like, let what's her face eat the pin.
Well, and also
Jasmine
the main roster talent doesn't need help to win. You know, they could have just beaten Fatal Influence clean.
Right.
It goes back to the DIY match too. You don't need the Miz. Don't overbook your shit, WWE.
That was why people love NXT. It was never overbooked. It didn't need to be. Never needed to be.
Yeah.
So, anyway, that
Fun
was,
night,
you know
though.
what? All in all, fun night.
Yeah.
Fun night here on the night shift also with really
course.
happy to hear Stan, really happy to see Tino and GBH. And, we are slowly getting to 200. And when we hit 200, I'm assuming we're just going to take off like a rocket and get between, we'll be at 500 before that. So,
yeah, I think we can get there very soon. And WrestlePalooza's happening this
we're at
weekend.
196. We need 4. We need 4 subscribers.
I think we could do it, guys. We have a lot of stuff coming up too this week across the network. So give us a follow at @mainevent_net. Be a friend and tell a friend, because that's the only way we're going to get through is word of mouth, because it's not easy for people to just find us. You got to tell somebody, hey, these guys are doing some fun things. They like talking wrestling. Because it's not just us, Jay Gold. We got our other shows, and we got other shows that are a part of this network. We got blogs. We got everything going on.
And speaking of that, the Indie Wrestling Guide, I was not on last night, but they are reviewing Enjoy's show that Mikey Montgomery did a gauntlet with eight. There was 8 talent in that one. It was like Bishop and Matt Tremont and all these guys, and they were all fighting to see who would win the belt with Mikey. So check out their review, and it drops on Thursday morning. So Indie Wrestling Guide. Sorry for this week I wasn't on, but we make it work. So check that out and search it. Go on, tell your friends, tell anybody who's anybody to join and subscribe to the network. And we promise you won't be disappointed. So
yes, and GBH did just send us a picture of something I think he's going to give away. We're not going to announce the winner here, but we will announce it on our personal X, since GBH said he was going to give away something if Shayna showed up. So make sure you're following us at NXT Night Shift. And if you guys want to hear some more wrestling talk, I'll be live this Thursday with the On the Mark Wrestling podcast. We're going to be live at 7 p.m. Central Time. That's 8 p.m. Eastern for Jay Gold. But we are going to be talking about WrestlePalooza because that's going down this Saturday in Indianapolis, which I will be in attendance for. So if there's anybody out there watching right now that's planning on going to Indy, let me know. I'd love to meet up with you guys. And who knows, I might bring my microphones, Jay Gold, and maybe I'll get some street interviews while I'm there.
Be great.
You never know.
Listen to the OG of the Main Event Network on OTM this week, and everybody else. And thanks for tonight. This was great. What a fun homecoming.
Yeah, just like every single homecoming that I went to in high school, I did not get laid at the end of this show. So we will see you guys next week. Thanks for hanging out with us.
See ya.